Today we're going to be listening to Slaughter to Prevail Demolisher. A buddy of mine that I went to school with recommended this. All he said was it's a Russian metal band. If you've seen any of my other videos, all I've listened to so far is Japanese metal, so going to Russian metal is going to be like, I imagine, night and day. Now, he said it's about half in Russian, half in English, so I'm only going to understand hopefully half of it, but yeah, I don't think I've ever listened to a Russian metal band before. Or really, I don't know, maybe really any Russian music, at least that I'm aware of. So this will be a first. This will be a trip, I imagine. Yeah, let's just get straight into it. A Russian metal band. That's it. I'm kind of excited. This is new to me. Russian metal. I've never listened to it. Okay. Okay. This is like, okay. Compared to Japanese metal, this is like way different. I even looked up the subgenre and it was like death metal, and I used to listen to a little bit of death metal when I was in high school. Granted, I'm it hurts to say, but I've been out of high school for a little over a decade now. So I haven't really listened to death metal too much anymore. So my ears aren't as attuned to this type of music. So to me, this is like, holy shit. I feel like a parent. I'm like, what is this music? But yeah, no, this is interesting. I don't know if I'm gonna understand too much of it, but it's definitely gonna make me probably want to get up and fight. Not like physically, but like it gets you amped up. It gets you ready to go. You know, this is like, if you want to get shit done, this is music you listen to. You know. You know, okay, this is gonna be a weird thought. Um, okay, it's a weird thought. Even though, like, for anybody that I mean, chances are anybody that watches this video is probably gonna listen to this type of music. But like, if you're not like accustomed to this type of music, this seems like at least my opinion, this seems like the most like angry like music out there, probably. But like, I guarantee you, like all those people in the crowd, I guarantee you, like all those people in the crowd are probably like the most level-headed, chillest, most like even-tempered people there are. I guarantee you. It's like, it's such a weird thing that like people that listen to this type of music are, at least I feel like, are like the most like mellow, like well-adjusted people, you know, attitude-wise. You know, it's so weird. You know, like rock and metal fans, I think are probably like the most like easiest going group of people. You know, it's so funny because this music just sounds so like when I listen to it, I just want to like, let's fucking go. You know, I ain't built for that, but like, let's fucking go. You know, I don't know, it gets me so amped up, but like in such a good way. You know, it's just maybe it's a weird thought, but like if you're not accustomed to this, this sounds like, oh my god, what is this demon music? And maybe it kind of sounds like that. Like even I'm not used to it anymore, but it gets me going. You know, I'm just enjoying like just my fucking like you know, it's fun. Okay, I understood that at least, you know? I'll be honest, I didn't understand like none of that shit. But I tell you what, that has got me so fucking ready. It's got me so ready to just, dude, everything I need to do the rest of the day, I'm ready for. Like, I have like so much energy and just, I'm so amped up and I'm just ready to knock stuff out. Oh man, I got all these things to do on my list. Let me listen to this. I'm ready to knock that crap out in record time. You know, it just, this music, man, it's like, you don't, it's cool to listen to music you don't understand, you know? If even if you're not attuned to this, just understand like the energy it gives, and it's got you, it's got me going, you know? I like that. I like that a lot. I understand. I understood one word, but I love that. I'm gonna yeah. Let's look up the lyrics. Look into my eyes and see them. You're worth reflection. Tearing all the templates invented in tranquility. Our highest goal is slaughtered by domination. New step. Spit on what you call morality. Paradox stepping up. Okay. In our hearts lies secret formula of life. Grin so they think you're fucking fine, man. Yeah, yeah. You know, just hey, just in a day-to-day basis, I think this is what most people do. You know, at least my interpretation is a lot of people. At least I interpret this as like, you know, mental health maybe. I don't know what I don't know what the song's about. I don't know like what the message is, and that's the thing about music is it's always open to your interpretation. People always interpret things a billion different ways. So like when I think of this, I think of like anytime somebody says, you know, hey, how you doing? You know, what's going on? You know, and you know a lot of people, we at least in America, oh, living the dream. You know, as we say, you know, and that's universal for I hate this. So, and you know, that's what we do. We grin and you know say we're fine. At least I interpret that as like mental health. Just throw your eyes away and see the pain. You look at me. You're feeling all your pathetic fears. Say you were, you know what I love about this type of music. Even though I don't, I can't, you know, listen to it by ear. This is definitely a band that I'm gonna have to like, you know, listen to the lyrics or search up the lyrics and then listen to it and like slowly start integrating and understanding. Oh, when he said this, it meant this. It's like my ear's not attuned to that. It's definitely a learning process. But what I love about this is like I don't listen to like pop music or none of that stuff. But I just feel like for me, like pop music, at least from what I've heard, like the mainstream stuff feels very like superficial and just kind of like surface level. And at least when I see the lyrics or I listen to it, or I should say hear it, because I don't really listen to it, it just doesn't really ever make me think. And it doesn't really like get me feeling any type of way other than annoyed. Like this music gets me like amped up, ready to go. And then when I read the lyrics, at least, you know, in some bands I can understand, but at least when I read the lyrics, it's like I read them, and it gives me something to think about. Like, okay, I can kind of relate to that in my own way. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's, at least for me, it's like music's got to do one of like two or three things. It's got to relate to me. It's got to be very relatable to where I can kind of put myself, the singer's perspective, or just from, their perspective, I can kind of relate to it. I can put myself in their shoes. Two, it's got to bring out some type of like energy. It's got to make me, happy. It's got to make me sad. It's got to make me amped up. It's got to, music draws out emotions, of course. This gets me energy, gets me going. While like some of the rap music that I listen to, it's more relatable. It makes me sad. Obviously when you're sad, you listen to sad shit, you stay sad. It's not a good loop, but, or it's just gotta sound good. You know, I can't relate to Leonard Skinner. You know, I can't relate to Leonard Skinner Freebird, but I tell you what, if that's not one of the most enjoyable songs to listen to, just like you don't even have, the lyrics, you don't even have to worry about the lyrics, just come for the guitar. It's just so pleasant on the ears. You don't know what it is, but it's just, you just got to enjoy listening to it. And for me, I mean, this does it. For me, this does, the energy, yeah, I don't know. It definitely hits number two. It definitely brings out an energy to me. Look in your eyes or slaughter. Oh, slaughter by domination. Heartbeat slows down. My skin is cold. Just give me your hatred and your fear. I soak up all that shit. Match flies in the gasoline. It kind of sounds like somebody, like, going back to this, like, grin so you think you're fine. And a lot of people do that, I think, because they don't want to be a burden to somebody. And this, oh, I didn't know that light turned off. Why? Okay, I just got a new light, and hopefully it, like, makes things brighter. I didn't know that it turns off on its own after a while. How dare you? So this, to me, seems like somebody, heartbeat slows down, my skin is cold, just give me your hatred and your fear. I soak it all up. I don't know. To me, this seems like a guy that is like the guy that this guy is burdening in a sense. I don't know, man. Like, this is like, sounds like somebody that's opening up, and this is the person that's like taking in all their like anguish in a sense. Yeah, I don't know. This, I just like it because it makes you think. I like music that makes you think and that has meaning behind it, and it just seems so much like, it seems so much deeper than like pop music or like stuff like that. I like it. It seems like some deep music, and of course, it's kind of like a barrier to entry because it's so heavy, and if you're not accustomed to this, it's gonna just sound it. To me, it almost sounds like noise, because if your ears are not attuned to it, that's kind of what it is. But then when you kind of read the lyrics, you're like, oh my god, this has so much depth to it. And I like it. I enjoyed the song, and I know half the video is just me going over the lyrics or just me interpreting, and I think that's what I'm going to do going further with like reactions. It's like, if it's a band that I can't understand and can't follow along with, I'm going to go over the lyrics and kind of go over my interpretation of it. I know it kind of runs a little long, but hey, I think it's different. I can't just say, hey, well, I guess I could just say, but I don't want to just say, hey, this band makes me energized, like, and I hope you guys enjoy the lyrics by, I feel like that's kind of not too exciting. So I don't know, hopefully going over the lyrics and my interpretation of the lyrics adds a little bit of substance to the video. And yeah, hopefully you guys can recommend me some more music. I like the song. I didn't understand it, but I tell you what, it has got me ready to go to work. So it's did its job. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.